The strengths and weaknesses of each generation. Let's take a closer look at the strengths and weaknesses of each of these generations and see specifically how they help, but why they fail to meet the deeper need. People in the first generation tend to be flexible. They are able to respond to people and changing needs. They are good at adapting and working things out. They work on their own timetable and do whatever they feel they need to do or seems pressing at the time. But things often fall through the cracks. Appointments are forgotten, commitments are not kept. Without an empowering sense of lifetime vision and goal setting, meaningful accomplishment is less than it could be. First things for people in this generation are essentially whatever happens to be in front of them. People in the second generation plan and prepare. They generally feel a higher level of personal responsibility to results and commitments. Calendars and schedules not only serve as reminders but encourage better preparation for meetings and presentations professionally and with family, friends, and associates. Preparation increases efficiency and effectiveness. Goal setting and planning increase performance and results. But the focus on schedule, goals, and efficiency and runs the schedule. Although many in the second generation sincerely value other people and relationships, this schedule focus often leads them to act as though others are the enemy. Other people become interruptions or distractions that keep them from sticking to their schedule and carrying out their plans. They insulate or isolate themselves from others or they delegate to them, seeing people primarily as a resource through which they can increase their personal leverage. In addition, those in the second generation may be getting more of what they want, but what they're getting does not necessarily fulfill deep needs or create peace of mind. First things for people in the second generation are a function of calendar and goals. The third generation makes a major contribution by tying goals and plans to values. People in this generation achieve sizable gains in personal productivity through focused daily planning and prioritization. First things become a function of values and goals. The results of this generation seem very promising. In fact, for many people, the zenith of time management is this short generation. They feel that if they were deeply into this generation, they'd be on top of everything. But this short generation has some serious flaws, not in intent, but in unintended results created by incomplete paradigms and vital meshing elements. We want to look at these flaws in depth because this generation represents the ideal for many and the goal toward which many in the first and second generations aspire. Let's consider some of the underlying paradigms or mindsets. These paradigms are like maps. They are not the territory, they describe the territory. And if the map is wrong, if we are trying to get to some place in Detroit and all we have is a map of Chicago, it's going to be very difficult for us to get where we want to go. We can work on our behavior. We can travel more efficiently, get a different car with better gas mileage, increase our speed, but we're only going to wind up in the wrong place faster. We can work on our attitude. We can get so psyched up about trying to get there we don't even care that we're in the wrong place. But the problem really has nothing to do with attitude or behavior. The problem is that we have the wrong map. While these paradigms underlie the entire traditional time management approach, they are emphasized by the third generation. Control. The primary paradigm of the third generation is one of control, plan, schedule, manage. Take it a step at a time. Don't let anything fall through the cracks. Most of us feel it would be great to be in control of our lives, but the fact is we're not in control. Principles are. We can control our choices, but we can't control the consequences of those choices. When we pick up one end of the stick, we pick up the other. To think we're in control is an illusion. It puts us in the position of trying to manage consequences. In addition, we can't control other people, and because the basic paradigm is one of control, time management essentially ignores the realities that most of our time is spent living and working with other people who cannot be controlled.